Great. Well, hello again, everyone. Okay, so we're recording now. So for folks on YouTube, we spent the last 30 minutes just chatting with people, and lamenting the fact that none of us remember how the game works or what happened or all that kind of stuff. So we're getting our act together because we are super pros. Yeah. So this is Monster She Wrote, which is it's I'm gonna say Brindlewood Bay inspired. Brindlewood Bay is a Powered by the Apocalypse game written by Jason Cordova. It is similar mechanically to many of the other Powered by the Apocalypse games that we've played. It's got some important differences, but that game is very much focused on like the location Brindlewood Bay. And our game is set in Willow Bluff, which is our setting that, if you've been with us for a while, you know that we do a bunch of different games and game systems in. It's a little old town in Minnesota where weird stuff happens. And these people before you are the Murder Mavens. They are little old ladies who keep poking their nose in where it isn't wanted and uncovering secret truths and supernatural nonsense. And generally making lots of hot dishes and being fun. So, hey, let's do intro. Make part of your intro the targets, your goals, the sort of like what you're gonna try to accomplish this session. And if you have any, because I remembered this time, if you have any things that trigger at the beginning of an episode, then do that too. I will give Meg time to think about her vision. So let's start with Rachie. And you're muted.
Hi. Take two. I'm Rachie H, and I'm playing Lillian. And I'm currently stuck under some kind of shelving, which is lovely, especially for my sciatica. And I think I am going to, act like a woman half my age again. And I think I'm going to go with what I tried to do last week, which was show someone I still got it. I think that's like Lillian's modus operandi, really. Like, I feel like she very much wants to still have it. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
Awesome. What about Carolyn?
This time I unmuted. So, hi, I'm Marwin and myself. I'm playing Carolyn. She is an older lady who is really into the outdoorsy, fishing, hunting, wildlife photography, and shooting. She's not great with people, but she likes to show that she has some vitality. So the two things that I'm going to try and do, or Carolyn's going to try to go for, is behave like a woman half her age, which she usually does, and show someone that you still got it.
Nelly.
Yep, I'm Misha _lesson3 here on Twitch. I'm playing Nelly. She likes knitting, wearing cardigans, handing out knitted things to people. She's not trapped by a bookshelf, so that's nice. Did see a shadowy figure though, which is less nice. I think for the stuff, I think behave like a woman half your age. We're doing some crime scene investigation, so I feel like that's probably gonna come up. And let's try secretly undermining the authority of a local official. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
We haven't done that in a minute.
Yeah. Officials seem to be involved right now.
Maybe.
All right.
I am Megan Amell, and I play Marge. Marge is currently also under a shelving unit with books, and also she's going to have a vision because she leveled up last time and now is Dale Cooper and Thomas Magnum Maven moves. So I'm going to have a vision, and yeah, I'm knocked out pretty much for the most part. I would like to do woman half my age, act like a woman half my age, I feel like we always do that. And then the other one I'm going to do is actually share my wisdom with a young person.
Oh, okay. Go
That's
track
the
down
plan.
someone young. I like it.
Mhm.
Okay, so Marge is knocked out. So is there any specificity around the mechanics of your vision or what it entails? Or is it just
No,
like
it
you
just
get a
says
vision?
it has to reveal. Hold on. It says the keeper will give you a void clue in the form of a strange, unsettling dream you experience.
All right. Marge is sitting in a green room because it can't be a red room. So there's like this like very kind of mid-century modern like living room set in a room that has green carpet, and somewhere like far away, you can't quite tell, like maybe it's up close, maybe it's a mile away, but there are these massive green curtains that come down and form the walls. The sky just kind of recedes up into this kind of hazy greenness. It's a very disorienting space. And you are sitting in kind of a uncomfortably lounged chair, like one of those like Le Corbusier sort of chaises where you're kind of leaned back. And then there is someone, you are aware that there is someone sitting on a little settee next to you. But you're leaned so far back that like it's hard to like get yourself up in. And Marge's core strength is probably not what it was, right?
Yeah,
So
no.
we see the scene of Marge kind of ooching this, trying to get this chaise up into a sitting position so that you can be comfortable. And Marge looks over, and Marge is sitting on the settee, looking at you in an appraising fashion.
Wait, it's Marge?
Yeah,
And I'm Marge.
yeah.
Okay, what do I look like? Does it just look like me?
It looks like Marge, but extremely well put together.
Mm.
So, like, if Marge had a severe bob, impeccable makeup,
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with my makeup now? I'm just kidding.
right?
What's the problem?
Pantsuit.
Okay, so like me if I were all put together. Got you.
And Marge has a clipboard and a lovely
Oh my
fountain pen.
God, I feel so judged.
And has her legs crossed on the settee and kind of leans forward. You were saying?
I wasn't saying anything. Who
She
are you?
looks down and makes a note.
What are you writing down there?
Notes from our session.
Wait a minute. How long have I been here?
You've always been here.
Oh, that's cryptic. Not really sure what that means. Well, I the last thing I remember, we were doing something with books. And you say I've always been here?
Yes.
Is this a dream?
The green room isn't a dream, Marge.
Oh. I'm very confused. Well, what did I say? What's
makes
the
a note.
prognosis?
Makes a note. Well, it seems like you have terminal meddling disease.
What does that mean? Is that too much iron in my blood?
No, it means you stick your nose where it doesn't belong.
Oh, you mean metaphorically. Oh. Yes. I suppose I see what you're
Everything
saying.
in the green room is metaphorical.
Oh.
But the good news is there's a cure. For people
Okay,
who stick
what's the
their nose
cure?
where it doesn't belong.
And what's the cure? Is it easy? Is it a pill? It's not something I have to do once a week for 3
Oh,
months,
no.
is it?
Oh no. It's very quick and permanent. She sets down.
Like a tattoo?
Yeah, right. She sets down the lovely fountain pen and the thing, and she reaches over to a little desk and opens a drawer and pulls out a knife. And then
Oh, we have a
begins
hot dish?
begins advancing on you and says, "Now,
Lady.
you might feel a little pinch." And as the green curtains, which are simultaneously miles away and right up close, begin to kind of move and sway and swirl, you see the hand getting closer and closer to chop your nose off. Marge is wearing a very
nose.
familiar ruby pinky ring. And then
I know that ring.
And then you come to yourself in the darkness with a great weight on top of you.
But literal this time. We're not in the green room anymore. This is the literal way.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the dark room.
All right.
Benching. What?
Is anyone else awake? Can I call out?
I think
into
you were the only one who
darkness?
got knocked out.
Oh, okay. Hello?
You alive?
Where is everyone?
Marge!
Can you get this off of me, Carolyn?
I can try. I would like to practice my deadlift.
Okay. So what are we using for light? I say that I think the only source of light in the room is like a exit sign above the door that you broke into or came in through.
Follow the sound of my voice. Do we have cell phones? Can we use those as lights?
I would assume that Carolyn and myself are wearing head
Lights.
torches
Okay.
because Carolyn's always prepared, and I have a head torch for sewing because
Oh,
my
right.
eyes aren't what they used to be. You see.
Right.
I do like night fishing. I would assume instead of binoculars, all you would have flashlight.
Okay. And Lillian has a head torch, but it's one of those. It's one of those visor things that has all the different magnification lenses for when you're looking up close. So the world is very distorted, but you can
at
see.
the moment they're spread out to
Oh,
the
right,
side,
right.
so it's not the greatest look. But we're in the dark, so no one can see me. And I'm also under a bookcase or shelving unit or whatever.
Yes. So what
I
happens?
assume that I dove. Vitality? I guess I can also Colt Sievers it. a little bit early.
To help Marge out.
Mhm.
It just takes time.
Okay. Then I'm just trying to lift up a big heavy bookcase.
Yeah. Are you okay? Wait, are you trying to lift up the bookcase, or are you just trying to pull the boxes off her?
I'm just trying to lift up the bookcase slightly so she can wiggle out.
Okay. Well, the main problem is that the bookcase fell over. It's quite tall, right? Because this is a storage unit, and then the
there's
boxes slid out, and
Got it.
Yeah.
Then I will try to just pull the boxes off of her.
yeah.
You're free.
Yes. The make a
Carolyn,
meddling
I owe you a hot dish.
make
Oh,
a meddling
absolutely.
move for me, Carolyn.
Meddling move.
Yeah.
I forget how to do this. Okay, let's see.
And I think it's going to be with reason. You just roll 2d6 and then add the
okay.
stat.
9, 10.
Okay. So you go to you're very focused on the job and you're pulling boxes off of Marge. And it's really only after you've gotten Marge free that like something about the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go and kind of like they're light.
I don't think
And
I've
these
been
are like-
going to the gym that much, girls.
Right. These are like big boxes. And it maybe at first you think it's like, oh, okay, it's mama bear reaction, it's adrenaline thing, moms can lift cars off their kids. But then like you maybe bump into one of them and it moves really easily and you start kind of fiddle with them. The boxes are, and they're not all empty, but yeah, they're not full of books or anything. I should say they're not full of anything that heavy.
Can I open one of the light ones to look inside?
Yeah. It's literally packing material. But it's like someone ordered packing material. It's not like someone opened up the box and just dumped a bunch of packing material. It's like a bag of packing peanuts and then a couple of taped up rolls of the bubble wrap.
Got it. Interesting. It's shipping products in a bookstore. Well, maybe they ship books.
Head off myself. Yeah.
This is the reason you weren't all crushed to death, is that
they weren't panicked.
Yes. But all the boxes are labeled books. Strikes you as somewhat odd.
I'm not the biggest. Well, we all are big readers, but this doesn't usually look like books.
Some kind of front. Also, Carolyn, there was someone here. He pushed the bookshelves. Oh, whoa.
AR-15 comes out of the crocheted cozy on your back.
Ready. I'm strapped.
Guys.
Do some sweet.
I just realized.
Yeah.
When I was knocked out by all those really fast-moving light boxes, I had a vision. I had a dream. I was in a room, and that ring, the ring that the guy had, the guy with the alligator shoes. Lillian, you know who I'm talking about, the guy with the bad fashion, remember?
And the cream puffs.
Yeah, that it was a version of me looking real fancy, like really, stuck up. It was like a stuck up version of me. And judging me, just judging me. Like, oh, it was terrible. But I'll tell you what, she was wearing that ring. The same ring that guy was wearing.
Gives you good fashion sense?
And it lets you be a ghost.
The ring makes you stuck up and snooty.
Yes.
And judgy.
Yep.
I bet they don't even like hot dishes.
Can they even eat hot dish?
I mean, it definitely doesn't give you good fashion sense, because remember what that guy was wearing? I told you about it.
Yeah. And he wasn't good looking at all.
Not even real alligator.
No.
Terrible fashion sense.
It's a shame.
Anyway, any of you seen that? I'm still on the floor, by the way. I've not got up.
You're still prone.
Chilling.
Anybody of you seen that movie? I can't remember what that movie's called. Oh, is it like
Magic Mike?
Well, we've all seen
21 Jump Street.
Is it League of the Blonde? Have you seen that?
Oh yes.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
I'm gonna get up like that. What's it called? Is it the like drop and pop? What's it called?
The bend and snap.
Bend and snap. Yeah. I'm gonna get up and I will do it. Bend and snap.
Yeah, Lillian, that's a good idea.
Don't snap too fast.
But I'll be all right.
Okay, all right.
Because I still do yoga, you see.
It's
really good for your core.
Yeah, the snapping is in the joints.
Yeah.
It's in my knees as I
actually
get up into the position to be able to bend and snap. That's
Keeps you young. Mhm.
The snap and crack.
She's like, bend, snap.
Pop.
Pop and luck. I
Pop
can't,
and pop.
I can't do a couple of sweeps with my little flashlight to see if I can see the person that Nelly mentioned.
No, it's been minutes at this point.
Okay.
You guys,
I'm not in a big rush.
right?
They'll find us if they want to see us again.
Yeah.
So should we try and, put this back where it was so that they don't know that we were here?
No, they'll think someone just came to steal some books or something.
Oh, yeah, because the window's broken anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, they're asking for trouble. Especially with the murder that happened. Speaking of, let's head inside out of this rather large warehouse into the bookstore.
Sure.
Yes.
I always love the inflection at the end of your sentences that fills me with confidence, Nelly.
Oh, thank you.
So you pick yourselves up, dust yourselves off, leave the wreckage where it is, and then make your way through the employee-only door into the main space of the Martin's bookstore. There's a bit more light here because although the kind of industrial blinds on the windows in the front facade are closed, there's enough kind of ambient light outside to cast little fine bars of kind of yellowish light into the space. What happens?
Oh, Marge, stand there 1 second. Just stand there 1 second. The light hitting your face, darling, is absolutely perfect. Hold on, let me get my phone.
Oh, I got my camera.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cameras are better than phones.
Oh,
Do you
right.
see where the light's hitting it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Beautiful.
With the first, so you angle Marge to get a beautiful look on her face. And of course, it's because the lighting, and then you use a flash, which is going to ruin the lighting, but whatever.
Oh, Carolyn, you know nothing.
But then everyone except for Marge, as soon as that first flash goes off, everyone except for Marge sees Amanda Delacroix looming behind Marge.
Zombie!
How does it look? Well, I can't look that bad. Wow, that's rude.
Right now.
Is it that bad of a picture? You all look like you've seen a ghost.
Your eyes gradually.
Can I turn around and look behind me?
You turn around and look behind you.
There's nothing.
No, there's Amanda Delacroix.
Is she like an
And then she
activist
lunges
me,
toward
or is
you.
She's also
As you spin around, she lunges towards you like she's trying to tackle you. What do you do?
I just stick my hand out instinctively.
You stick your hand out and she goes flying across the room.
I look at my hand.
Have you been doing Tai Chi, Marge?
I don't know. Maybe it was that, you know what? Someone did say if you stop putting kale in your hot dishes, you know?
I mean, that was like watching X-Men.
I mean, you know, I have been, you know, watching yoga. I don't know if that's part of it.
You have to do the yoga usually.
Oh, well, I got the videotapes. I paid for the videotapes.
Should be good enough.
Yeah.
You'll be doing your jazzercise, so haven't you?
Oh, I do love a good jazzercise. You know me so well.
You need to teach me how to do that later. That's great.
Is Amanda Delacroix a person, and are they there, and are they prone?
You go to investigate. It was a life-size cardboard cutout set up for the signing.
Oh no, it's ruined.
Oh no. Well, she's dead anyway.
I know, but this could have been a great souvenir.
Could.
It still could be.
Sorry, it scared me. Okay, it scared me.
Scared us all.
It does have a
another
little
one?
bit of a, because it's cheap cardboard, it does have a little bit of a dent in it. Well, more from where it like hit a shelf on the way down. But it's not totally ruined. Like, so if you want to have a life-size cardboard cut out of a Metadeliqua in one of your houses, you can totally steal it and walk down the street and fill a bluff with it late at night if you want. Or you could cover it in a sheet and then carry it like a dead body. I'm just suggesting.
Yeah.
Table talk.
I mean, maybe don't suggest things that you know are definitely going to get us into trouble,
No,
Michael.
that's my job.
Maybe we could replace her body with this, and then we'd be undermining local authority.
Or maybe,
Let's go
you
steal
know,
her body.
we've already wrecked the place. Let's just carry on.
Okay.
Leave it there.
We're just hooligans at this point.
Okay. Does anybody know the way?
No, I don't even remember what we were doing. I'm going to be honest. I think I have a concussion.
I know where the food is.
Caroline, you're better at directions than any of us, aren't you?
I do have my compass. Okay. I'm just gonna look at the signs up on the wall where it says like here, books, mystery,
Yeah.
all that. And I'm just gonna go walk over there.
Is it the office we're trying to get to?
It's
Yeah.
not
Usually
hard.
along the wall.
It's not hard.
By the bathrooms usually. Yeah.
So you go back to the office. It does have crime scene tape.
Rip it down.
Oh,
I do not care about authority.
That's true. That's on brand.
oh, I could have limboed under that.
Ooh.
Put the tape back up. Practice.
No, I can't put the tape back away.
And of course, there on the industrial carpet floor is a, well, it's not chalk, it's tape. A tape outline of where you saw Amanda Delacroix.
Guys. Who am I?
Too soon, Carolyn.
Well, I mean, it's what she would have wanted is a murder mystery. Somebody has to be the body.
That's
I'll be
what
the body.
you wanted?
True, nothing but murder mysteries.
True. She might actually love the fact that she is a murder mystery.
Yeah. She wouldn't like that you punched her.
So we need to probably find whatever she was hit with. Now, it can't be somewhere obvious because obviously that's not like part of a murder mystery also. And if it was obvious, I'm pretty sure the police would have found it and, you know, taken it away by now. So we're looking for clues that wouldn't be obvious to the police force. Now, that's obviously putting our police force in quite high standard, and we know that they can be a bit rough around. No, you know, about Paulie there. No offense.
No, not Paulie. Paulie's a good guy. He's
Yeah,
a good boy.
yeah. So
Paulie's
anyway,
a good boy.
should we start looking?
I have keys to the whole place.
That's true.
Yes, you do.
So we can go anywhere you want to go. We can go to the business office. We can go look at intake. We could go look at we could look for anything we want.
What did when we did see the body? Was it punched, like beaten?
The head, wouldn't it?
Looked.
think so.
Your snap impression looked like she'd been hit in the head from behind because you couldn't see any open wound, but there was obvious blood.
Okay. So we're looking for something blunt, maybe a little sharp, but dulled.
And the room itself didn't seem to have any other way in or
Correct.
out other than the door we entered.
Correct.
So, and it was locked when
Well,
what's her name arrived. Because the keys
Remember,
were in the
we-
door.
we
the,
also
the main front doors were locked.
That's true.
I don't remember if we established if the office door was locked.
Well, the keys were in the office door.
Yes, the keys were in the office door.
Because of
That's correct.
Saoirse or whatever.
Yeah.
and a few weeks ago we did watch people get killed mysteriously in locked freezers. So
It's true. It's true.
just because there's one way in and out, that doesn't necessarily mean.
Yes. So, your plan is to scour the joint to
Yeah.
try to.
Yeah, we need to check because here's the thing. Like, whoever killed whoever, whatever, has to, like, be in the place. Because where did they go in or out of, though? And then also, did they sleep here? Also, are we dealing with a shapeshifter for real? Like, I know that, like, yesterday, who was it? Was it Carolyn that kept saying shapeshifter? One of you kept saying shapeshifter. I can't remember which one of you it was.
I said
anyway.
it because it can't be a ghost because ghosts don't smell.
Is it? Oh, right. Isn't that like, okay, I realize, like, there's not real, like, shapeshifters aren't a real thing. Like, I get it. But what if they are?
I'm gonna hunt it.
I think we need to hunt it.
Yeah.
But it could be anyone, as long as they have that ring on. I really think, like, why is everyone who's bad right now in our dreams and into real lives, why do they all wear that ring?
They have horrible,
Saying.
gaudy fashion sense. Is what I've learned from Lillian.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm saying, why do they all have the same ring? Are they all in the same club? Are they all the same person? Like, what are we dealing with exactly?
Maybe we have to get our hands on one of these rings.
That's a good point.
Yeah, is there only one ring? Does everyone have the ring? Like,
Well, Nicholas had it, but also so did Amanda Delacroix.
that's what
So
I'm
did
saying.
whoever pushed the thingy.
So
that he
did
didn't talk
Fancy Marge.
Some of those are ghosts.
So we
Weird
have a few sources, but let's look around here for murder weapons or clues.
All right. So is everyone looking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then everyone give me a meddling move, please.
Like we choose the move or just the meddling move.
Yeah. Just roll it and then tell me. I'll ask around and then tell me what attribute you used. Because
I
that
got a
will.
5.
Don't bother telling me what attribute you used.
I got an 8.
All right. What did you use?
Oh, that was without
Oh.
my stats. Beep. Let's look at my stats. Lily.
Uh-oh.
I would
rolled
say
a
it's
2.
reason.
Okay. Cool. So Mark.
So 9.
Cool. So 9.
Can
March.
I use the thing? I have a 2.
Yeah. You can use whatever you want.
Okay. I would like to use, because 2's terrible, right?
I mean, it's
Yes.
as low as it can possibly get.
Yeah, so maybe we do this again. All right.
Do the boom.
I'm going to use a boon. Wait, which one do I have to use just to roll it again?
Major.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a major boon if that's cool.
Yeah.
Go for it. You got a 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Minor just
man.
adds 1.
I'm going to end up with a 7.
Okay. Well,
And I'm using reason, I figure.
Okay.
So that's a 7.
Okay.
It's better than me.
So 2 moves and complications. Love it. 2 successes with complications. And what did Nelly get? And what did Nelly
I
use?
got a 10
Oh.
with composure because I'm trying to stay calm because someone is here, I think. And also we got jump scared by that paper cardboard standee.
Yes. So, just to, I know what the complication is, but I don't think, but nothing apparent is going to arise out of Lillian and Marge's complications. Lillian, you find financial records, like the franchise agreement for the Margins book. You glance through it very quickly. You might want to examine it in more detail, but in the few minutes where you're able to flip through, it looks like a balloon payment was due soon to the corporate headquarters. And I will say you also see there are like substantial orders for book inventory. But you've already experienced that at least some of that inventory is just packing supplies. I will say you get the feeling that something might not be right with the finances of this particular branch of Margins, and that the bill was coming due. Marge, let's see. What can you find? Marge just goes over to the Amanda Delacroix section. There's the flipping through books. And something like you noticed earlier when you guys had looked at this section that this was mass market paper book, and it wasn't the titles or it wasn't the covers that you were familiar with. Because you guys pre-order, you always get the hardbacks with the dust cover, and this is mass market. But as you look even closer, it looks like there's a book, there's a copy of a book from like a decade ago, and the title is wrong.
Weird. Are they just getting like misprints and trying to like resell them and stuff?
Something you begin to suspect that these are cast-offs, misprints, maybe illicitly produced, but they're very low quality,
Right.
and there are some
Sus.
mistakes that really only someone who was a real aficionado would recognize. Nelly.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that then. Aficionado.
Yes. There is a display case with a variety of kind of knickknacks in it. Like it's meant to be like it's really meant to be decorative. It's like a replica of a Hugo Award, and so it's not like it's claiming that the store has won those things, but it's just a bunch of kind of industry awards to kind of reflect that all the best books, all the most talked about books are here and available at Margins. And something catches your eye as being a bit off. Because Nelly's a well-read woman. One of the awards has nothing to do with literature.
What is it?
It appears to be a Tony Award.
Tony Award?
And you kind of go, do they have like
Musicals here?
do they have like the books for
Are we going to do a musical episode?
musicals? That seems weird.
I've been training for this, girls.
You look very closely, and the award in question, in fact, was for Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Hmm.
1979. Best Actress, Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury was here and dropped off her Tony. Take it.
Yeah. Gotta get rich. We're gonna be like Lily and
She
Rich,
left
Nelly.
her sweatsuit and her Tony behind.
And she smokes Marlboros.
What's going on?
So what happens?
I found Angela Lansbury's Tony in the book reward display case. It's probably fake.
I know my trophies. Let me take a look at it. I have a trophy room.
Here.
I try to invest. Is it legit?
It's
Is it
not
actual-
a moose head.
Yeah. It looks legit. It feels legit. It's heavy.
Guys, we have Angela Lansbury's Tony.
It has.
Does it have any?
How
like-
much this would go for on eBay?
Yeah, but before you do that, all these connections with Angela Lansbury, just check the bottom, please.
Oh yeah.
Like, has it got anything on it?
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
Blood and hair.
Okay, so I'm glad.
I'm
it's
holding a
Angela
murder weapon. I'm holding a murder weapon. I'm holding a
Lansbury
murder weapon. Oh my God.
Amanda Delacroix?
It's fine.
no!
We've all got gloves on. We were prepared for this, girls. At least you've not got your little fingies on it.
As Lillian says, who's the only one wearing gloves?
I'm like, oh,
I rub my face on it, Lillian.
don't rub your face on it.
I've already done it.
Okay, give it to me.
Oh,
And I
wait.
hold it, but like around the base, but not the bottom of the base. You know, like the square bit where the
Yeah.
name is. Because I assume that Carolyn was holding it by the
Yeah.
actual award part.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna get a little wipe out because obviously hygiene. I just like give it a little. Then I'm like, what about the murderers? Thingy.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I put the wipe away, and I'm like,
Evidence. I can't
Should
believe
we-
Angela Lansbury killed Amanda Delacroix.
Should we
Oh, I
put it
can.
back?
I think
No.
it was jealousy.
We're holding a murder weapon. That's not going to be good if they find it on us.
I don't think Amanda Delacour really wanted a Tony. It wasn't really her bag. She was more of like a Hugo Award, you know?
what?
Why would she want a Tony?
She probably wanted a what's the word for mystery writers? It's like there's the Edgar
Nebula.
Allan Poe and there's something else.
No.
Anyway, yeah.
What do we do at this point? Because like we kind of need the authorities to have this, and it's difficult because I don't really want to leave it in case the murderer comes back for it.
Angela Lansbury. We'll come back for her Tony.
But like we don't really want to call them while we're here because you know we're not meant to be here.
I put on my knit gloves that Nelly gave me. Too late, but it's the thought.
Yes.
Here I am with like medical grade gloves on.
Nope. Mine are rainbow colored and they have little fish patterns on the back. I'm not sure if it's a church
They're
thing
more
or a fishing
fish
thing, but
mittens. They're for
Yes.
more
And
fish
they're
mittens.
just oven mitts.
And one of the thumbs is a fin. And Marge has got oven mitts.
Brought my gloves.
It's like stood there.
fish
They're
bait.
silicon.
Right.
All right. Well, just you already half wiped it, so we might as well all the
Well, I
way
didn't.
wipe it.
I
off.
held it up to it and then stopped.
Okay.
Well,
No.
here's the thing.
It's evidence. We can't wipe it.
Well, then Carolyn's prints are going to be on it, and mine.
Well, I mean, we'll just
But
tell
to be
Polly that
fair-
we accidentally touched it.
No, I think what we could, don't tell them we were here, but what we could do is like we could just say that this award was here when we came in to the bookstore another time before, because we were always in the bookstore, and maybe we saw it on the opening and that's when Caroline touched it or something.
All right, well then put it back in the cabinet, and then we'll take a picture and we'll send it to the police anonymously.
Have we all got our power walking gear with us?
Absolutely.
Oh, power walking.
Yeah,
yes, that's my walk style.
Here, take these insoles, Nelly. They're good for you.
Yeah, it's not something we actually do, but what I'm thinking is we could pretend we were power walking. We were going for our nightly power walk, or like whatever power walk. We were going for a power walk at night, and we happened to see the window that we're broken into.
Because you were power walking through an alley. Yes, that checks.
Well, maybe we were power walking down the road and
then saw a cat, a stray cat.
Yes. And it took one of Nellie's balls of wool. That's it. Yeah, we've got it now.
Chasing it down the road.
It took it down the alley with it.
Mm-hmm. And I love cats, obviously.
And wool is expensive. We were concerned for the welfare of the kitten.
It is very harmful to cats.
Yes, we didn't want it to get tangled. So we
power walked.
We power walked after the cat, and then we saw a broken window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just, it was just random happenstance.
Mm-hmm.
So if we sneak back outside, put on our power walking gear, Nellie throws some wool down the alley, call the police.
Mm-hmm.
It's foolproof.
This can't fail.
No.
Well, you could just call Polly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still don't want to be found in a crime scene.
All right.
Okay.
The machinations of Lillian and Marge.
Okay.
After we put back the thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going. So just to clarify, you're going to leave Angela Lansbury's Tony for Sweeney Todd in the decorative display cabinet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were going to, and Carolyn takes a picture, and you are then going to exit out the front of the back.
The back.
The way we came in.
That's where we came in from, yeah.
Angela Lansbury uses the front. I don't want to find her.
Yeah.
She'll beat me. She'll beat me.
The alleyway will give us.
She's gotten more than one Tony, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And like Emmys and Oscars and Grammys and stuff.
The alleyway will give us good coverage to get changed into our power walking suits above our night ninja outfits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you make your way back into the alleyway and begin changing into
power walking outfits.
Yeah, we're like the Power Rangers.
All right. Whoop whoop. Bright light.
What?
What?
5-0.
What? Right. It's the Popo run.
Back in. We just go back in.
No.
I've got the keys. We'll go hide somewhere. It's fine.
No. So a cruiser had pulled very slowly with its lights off down the alley, and then probably has been watching you for a little bit as you start to do whatever you're doing, and then the little mobile spotlight on the front kind of lights up, catches you all deer in the headlights, and then there's a whoop whoop from the siren. And the siren doesn't go off; it's just the one little whoop whoop, and then the lights come on and begin to spin. So we see you ladies changing into your power walking gear spotlighted and then flashing red and blue on your faces. What happens?
Oh no.
Skivvies!
Officer, did you see that cat?
Carol pulls out an AR-15. Yeah.
No.
So what? So that's Marge's. That's Marge's play. Have you seen that cat? Or was that? So what
Yeah,
actually happened?
Yeah. Officer, help! Did you see that cat? We got quick. It's in trouble. I'm just gonna start running away from the cop.
Okay, so
Power
Marge
walk.
takes off
Not
running.
even running. I'm power walking.
Okay. So, suspect one
Oh,
begins.
Girls, at our age, we were all, officers, we were all having a hot flush. It's these lady issues you get when you're around our age, dear. You wouldn't understand.
We
We
have
were
to
out power
synchronize.
walking,
Yeah.
and we all got a bit hot. So we were just having relieving ourselves of our some of our garments because we've got some underneath. To try and get cool because we don't want to overheat with our heart problems and such like.
So Marge took off.
I'm up. I'm running.
She's having a moment.
What are Nellie and Carolyn doing?
Oh, she's delirious.
Oh dear, she took a little fall, and I think she hasn't been taking her meds appropriately. So,
I think I
she's
saw
not
the cat,
feeling.
you guys.
Well,
keep
officer,
going.
what are you doing out here at this time of night? Up to no good?
Counter
So-
interrogation.
Carolyn
Yeah.
begins to interrogate the officer, and right now all you can see is like the bright light. Nellie and Lillian are trying to excuse the fact that Marge has run from a crime scene. I think you hear over the loudspeaker, "Stay where you are," and then the car will fire up and begin chasing after Marge. Now it can't go fast because this is alleyways, but yeah, I mean it's what a cop would do when someone flees a crime scene. You gotta chase the most obvious culprit.
Okay, is there any chance that I can get away? Not like run away, but like, is there any chance that there was another like alley I could have dipped and like, so that they can't find me in the cruiser?
Maybe make a night move.
Okay. Working on a night move. Could that be composure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Do it. Night move is just too like normal,
Yep.
right?
Yep. It's just the
Okay.
consequences of failure are terrible.
Okay, here we go. I got a 7, which is an 8.
All right. You know
Would
what?
it be? Is it
Major
good to-
Boone, Major Bane, re-roll the 6, please.
What? Can I fight that with the one
Nope.
to re-roll this guy too?
Nope.
My God, you're the worst. Okay. So mean. I got a 5, so that's 7.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's fine. I guess it's fine. Let's see. Complication or cost? No, you know what? What's the total on that 7?
This is 7, yeah.
Minor Bane at 6. For reasons.
You just used 2 Banes on me?
Yeah, for reasons.
Oh my God. Come on, Marge.
For reasons. I will talk you through it.
You really didn't want me to get away from the cops.
Well, there's a thing. So, Marge looks to dodge. And we see this scene of Marge realizing the cops are behind it. It's like a very slow motion chase. And like there's another alleyway, and you go in and it's got a chain link fence around it, and you try to hop it, but you can't.
Can I go under it?
No, it's
I'm like
all the way
looking
down.
for holes.
You like try to hide behind a dumpster, and then the car pulls up right next to you and shines the light on you, and you're like, you're like a raccoon.
Foiled.
And then so it it takes it feels like an eternity of this very slow motion chase.
In the background, I'm yelling, "She's got a UTI!"
And all kinds of stuff. So then eventually you find yourself out on one of the streets. And of course it's late at night, and this is a small town, so there's really no one out on the street. And you're running out of steam very, very quickly. Because you've been jogging now for a little bit. And you're not fully in your power walking gear. You know that if you were fully in your power walking gear, you'd be fine.
I'd
but
be
you
fine.
didn't have a chance to change, as you justify it to yourself. And eventually you realize that, I mean, this car can go faster than 3 miles an hour, and that probably knows where you are. So I'm going to say you stop. And then the police cruiser accelerates.
Like to go away from me or like
No.
towards me?
The police cruiser accelerates and hits
Toward
you
me. And hits me?
and runs Marge over. Now, would you like to put on the Crown of the Void?
What does that mean?
This is your opportunity to change the course of action. In this case, I don't think you have any of the Crown of the Void marked.
So what happens if I just take the hit?
Marge dies.
Marge dies? Oh my goodness. All right. That went from 0 to 120 real quick.
Yes. But it's thematically accurate. And this game can
Why
do that. But
is this guy trying to hit me?
I know, right? But
Just Marge.
whenever bad things happen, you all have the opportunity to have a flashback and rewind time and
Okay.
and create a different outcome. But there is a cost. And that cost is you must mark Crown of the Void. I don't think that you have any Crown of the Void marked yet. So you will mark a shadow in the garden. So
Okay.
during cozy vignettes focused on you or cozy move scenes involving you, you must also narrate how dark entities subtly reveal themselves in the scene. This is thematically appropriate because you've begun to have visions that give you special insight into the forces arrayed against you.
Okay.
And as always, your awareness of the machinations of those forces attracts attention to you. So you will mark a shadow in the garden and then tell me what happens instead. You can go back and change, like Marge didn't actually run away, or you could narrate any change from that point forward that does not result in Marge's being run over. But as you think about it, the ladies hear the cop car, you hear the, "Oh, okay, I guess you got me," and then a revving engine, then a thud, and then you hear the
Okay.
car peel away, and we see the last scene we see before it fades to black and we do a flashback is the ladies running out to see Marge on the street.
Okay.
So what actually happened?
Okay. Rewind. Here's what really happened. Okay. As Marge power walked down the road and the cruiser started after her slowly, Lillian yelled, she doesn't have control of all of her faculties. And then the cops were like, all right, let's take it slow because she might be a little, And so they were going real slow. Marge, in power walking, dipped into an alleyway, and there was a little door there, and there just happened to be a takeout worker coming out to go deliver something, and she slipped in to the kitchen of this takeout restaurant, this Chinese takeout place.
Yes. So, and
the cops couldn't find her.
Well, the changes to this car is right behind you. So we get up to more or less the scene where Marge on the street and begins to accelerate, but instead of staying like on the main street, Marge makes a cut over toward another alleyway, and a restaurant worker taking out the trash kind of slams open the door right next to Marge. Marge jumps back. He kind of is not paying attention, and he throws a bag out into the alley. Marge has to dodge. The guy is like, "Oh no, I'm sorry," because he thinks that he's just nearly hit a little old lady who's out in the middle of the night by herself for some reason. And he goes out to comfort you and make sure you're okay, and then sees the car coming.
Mm-hmm.
Only this time it's heading down the alley instead of down the street. And because he's lifting you up, he sees it coming. He's like, "Oh no!" And then he yanks you and pulls you inside the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a very loud. It attracts the attention of all the ladies. A very loud kind of crashing and booming and scraping as this car like slams into the wall very near where that door is, hits a dumpster, and then you can hear the squealing of tires as it goes into reverse and peels out and then roars off down the street.
I turned to the kid that saved me, the guy that saved me, and I'm like, "Listen, Dad was amazing, and I owe you my life. But also, let me leave you with this piece, this nugget of information. Okay, let me tell you something about the world. All right, you get out of the world what you put into it, and tonight you just put in just the most amazing act to save my life, and I just want you to know that you will be blessed by karma. I don't have any money to give you, but I will drop you off a hot dish once a week for the next month. Also, another piece of advice, okay? Don't play roulette. It's got the worst odds in the house. If you got to do the gambling, you got to play poker or you got to play blackjack. Okay, my friends? All right. Thank you so much. You have no idea how helpful you were. Do you have a restroom?
Sure.
She has a UTI.
Points you towards the restroom.
Okay.
What else is happening?
I'm just trying to catch up to her.
Yeah, I would say it's not that far. I mean, it was a long chase in terms of time, but it was like a couple of blocks because it was a slow walk chase, basically. The car just waited until it had a clean shot before it accelerated. And then the changed reality is that it was going to try to pin her in the alleyway. But she was saved by the night cook or whatever. But yeah, you ladies arrive on the scene and can see, like, it's obvious what happened here. A car slammed in, the dumpster's been knocked over, everything's spread around, bags of trash have been exploded. You can see the paint scrapes on the brick wall. You can see a dent in that back door to the restaurant.
I don't think that was a cop, guys.
A fake cop?
Fake
What's
cop.
the world coming to?
Mm-mm.
Or maybe it was a cop mind controlled by one of those rings.
Yes, I go for it. Shapeshifter. I'm just gonna keep saying the word.
So what happens?
If it's a shapeshifter, then the fingerprints on the murder weapon are going to be useless. Anyway, where's Marge? Marge?
Marge.
I'm in some restaurant using the bathroom.
Ooh, restaurant.
I'm like grabbing
hello.
towels out of the thing, and I'm like, I'm like patting down my sweat, and I have to use the bathroom because that was really scary.
I'm just like grabbing French fries.
Yeah, I'm
Out of
now
the
I'm out of
garbage.
the bathroom, and now I'm looking at the menu.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I will say you ladies are. I mean, you're not quite sure like where she went. And you go to look around, and you happen to look inside the restaurant. Marge has wandered out of the bathroom. She probably still has some paper towels and is now standing at the counter looking at the menu. I mean, the place is closed.
I'd like to critique them on how they take care of their knives.
Well, I mean, you're outside. You don't know.
Okay.
We knock and rattle at the door and wave
Yes.
at Marge. Marge!
I wave back. I point at the menu, like they got some good stuff.
It's closed.
We can't rattle.
General Tso's chicken. I think the worker will hear the commotion.
Yeah,
And-
he eventually like escorts me out the front door. Like, you
Yeah,
good? All right, get out.
Yeah, exactly. Unlock the door and kind of gradually. So glad you're okay. Get out. Go home. And then lock it behind you. Pull the blinds. So you are reunited on the street late at night in Willow Bluff. What happens?
I thought you died.
Just like we got a vision of you getting run over.
But then you didn't. It was weird.
No, I got saved by that. We got to go there, by the way. I told him I'd bring him a hot dish once a week for the next month. But we should have dinner. I was looking at the menu. It's really good, actually. It looks amazing.
Well, we already had dinner before we went out.
No. I
We
mean,
could have
like,
second dinner.
eventually at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we should
Well,
visit this guy. He saved my life. We should, I feel like we should say hi to him every once in a while, He's a good
Eat more
kid.
food.
Yeah, and eat while we're there,
Where did you get those, Carolyn?
From the book Shining. It's already moldy.
Oh,
It's
no.
blue cheese.
Oh
It's not gonna get
no. That's not good for you.
You're right.
Anyway, Sophie tells me they weren't the real police.
Yeah.
The fact that they tried to hit Marge,
Yeah, I don't think Polly would ever do something like that,
I don't think anyone
Did we
who
get their
worked for
license
mean-
would do that.
plate?
He's thought about it, but he would probably never actually do it.
So all I'm going to throw out there is we haven't called the real police,
Yes.
so we need to call the real police
Yes.
because A, someone just tried to kill us, so we need to say something about that. But just say go back to the cat story, and then we need to obviously tell them that there was a break-in at the thing. So yeah,
Maybe we should call them once we get back home.
but what happens if in the meantime somebody goes in and takes a murder weapon?
Well, they already didn't notice it.
Yeah, but they might have been rushed out in the first place, and maybe it was those police people, and they were coming back for it. And then
But
they
what
saw
if the
us.
police
No.
people also can get the call and they're the ones who respond? They try
I
to
have an
kill us
idea.
all.
Let me call Paulie. I'll tell him that some police cruiser just tried to run us off the road while we were power walking. We'll leave everything else out of it. Paulie will take care of it. Paulie is a good boy.
He really is.
He is.
He raised a good
We don't
kid.
have to
But how
tell
are
him
you gonna get him
everything.
to- How are you going to tell him about the break-in, though?
Well,
Yeah, did it.
we'll tell them that after the car ran into the wall, then we saw them head directly for Margins, and we want to be sure they're not trying to tamper with the crime scene because they're being fake cops,
Oh, sounds good.
Yes, they
Yeah.
tampered with the crime scene. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they made Carolyn touch
No.
No.
At the opening, we can't say that we were in the building.
Oh, right. I remember the story.
Okay.
Okay. Whew. All right. Now that we're all on the same page, let me call Polly.
Okay.
Hello?
Oh, Polly, you're such a
Ma,
good
it's
boy.
like 11 o'clock at night.
I know, but Polly, listen. Me and the girls were, power walking. We've been trying to power walk more, because they
At
told
night?
us listen, okay, we were wearing appropriate reflector material. Polly, listen, there was a cruiser, not a PT cruiser, like a police cruiser, and it was after me. And it almost ran me over. It ran into the side of the restaurant, and a restaurant worker pulled me in to save my life. And then the girl saw the PT cruiser. No, I'm sorry, the police cruiser going towards the Margins, and we're afraid they're being fake cops and they're trying to go after and mess up the crime scene. So we wanted to tell you because they almost killed me, Polly. They almost killed me.
Calm down, Ma. Hold on a second. You hear him get up and you hear blinds jangle. He's like, well, look, Ma, the cruiser's in my driveway right now. It's fine.
Someone in a cruiser. It had to have been fake. There had to have been fake lights or something. They had lights. They came after us. They talked to us through a thing, and then they ran after me with their car, Polly.
Jeez, Ma. Well, okay, look. I'll meet you down at the station in like 15 minutes.
We got to get back to the Margins. We don't have time to go to the station. We got to make sure they're not messing up the crime scene.
Ma, if someone just tried to run you off the road or run you over, then we got to...
let's go catch them. Polly, this could be the thing that gets you promoted. Finally makes you chief. We got to go stop them from making messes into things, and we got to go. And we're going to win if we do it together like a team. And you could do this. You're a good boy, Polly.
All right. I would like you to meddle, probably with presence, but you can argue something different.
Oops, the wrong one. Okay, sounds good. No, presence is fine. I'm fine with presence. All right, here we go. Metal it up. Oh, yeah. I got a 5 and a 3, and then it's plus what? Where's my camera? Plus 1. 9.
All right. Well, so hold on a second. Let me double check. There is a complication, which is great. Because meddling is not quite the same as influencing someone, but it's the idea of like influencing someone to go and do something that might uncover a clue. So how can Polly act that will give you a clue, but that will also have a complication? All right. Polly tells you to stay where you are. He will call the state police. He will go over and check and secure and make sure that the Margins book store, that there's no like fake cruiser or otherwise damaged car over there. So he will go check out the Margins. He wants you to stay where you are.
Okay.
Well, he wants you to go home.
Yeah.
But probably the answer is no.
funny. He's cute. He's a good boy.
So yes, in just a few minutes, you see Polly's cruiser, the one cruiser here in Willow Bluff, kind of moving quickly. It slows to a stop, looks at you guys, and Polly looks out at you guys and stay there, remember. And then he takes off around the corner to go to the margins. What happens?
I mean, I think I dangle the keys and we follow him, yeah?
Yeah, no way we're actually, yeah.
You completely
Let's go,
ignore.
right? Yeah. Look, she's his mother. She knows what's best.
Yes.
Let's go get my boy promoted.
Right. So you arrive, and what do you do? It's like, I mean, it's like just right around the corner. So you're able to. Polly's car is parallel parked in the street.
I think we're being like super sneaky.
Okay.
Like as sneaky as we can be. But I think we're trying to be real sneaky because we want to see what he does and be there in case something goes wrong. We just want to know. It's not like we really want to go in there and mess more stuff up for him or anything. We just we're nosy. We want to be aware of the situation. I want to make sure Polly's safe. We want to make sure we don't get caught. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like we're just trying to kind of like get as much information as we can from just observing what's going on with Polly.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing. I don't know. Other people might want to do other things. Carolyn,
No, that
who
sounds
knows?
good to me.
You know?
I'm a wild card. Yeah.
All right. So you arrive. You can see the play of a flashlight kind of down the alleyway and around. You can probably even hear Polly talking. Just like, I know it's late. No, my mom called me. Apparently someone tried to run her over in the street and she thinks it was a cop car and that allegedly the perps came over here. I mean, everything looks kind of the same as it was before. Hold on a second. Hey, were the shelves in the back room all knocked around when we were here earlier? Ah, geez, someone's been in there. So you're just hearing him talk to someone.
This is playing out perfectly.
So, what happens? What are you doing?
What is he doing? Is he going in yet? He's in there
all
already,
you can
right?
see is the play of flashlight, and then you hear him talking about.
Okay. Okay. Character. Due to my character, I really want to like go bang on the front door and be like, "See, Polly, I told ya."
Oh,
But I feel like it's a terrible idea. So I think we continue being. I think I realize like how much that would actually mess things up in this moment. So I think
Okay.
I'm, for one of the first times, pretty reserved, and we continue to kind of lurk and try to see. Maybe we send some people. Do we split up? I know this is always a bad idea, but it might be fun. Do we split up and like Lillian and I stay near the front, and we send like Nellie and Carolyn towards the back to see like if we find anything, or if just to continue to observe?
Well, he's on the phone with someone and he's noticed that something's not right.
Yeah.
So, as my character, I would probably say that I would suggest we just wait to see if someone arrives to make sure he's safe.
Ooh,
So he's
yeah,
not on
that's
his
smart,
own.
Lillian. That's smart.
And then
Should we hide behind this
we're not
giant
seen
planter?
lurking around. We're not lurking around.
Should
the
we
corners.
hide behind this giant planter thing that's outside?
so is that,
It's
so that's the plan.
decorative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To lurk until help arrives.
All right. So you lurk. A little Mazda pulls up, and you recognize one of the two other officers in the local PD, who has like jeans and a pajama shirt on, kind of going back into the alley. Obviously, someone that probably called, and then within just a few minutes, a couple of state police cars arrive. Getting out of one of the state police cars is a very kind of, he's probably in his 50s or maybe even early 60s. Kind of, not so much like heavy set. I mean, he could probably stand to lose a few pounds, but he's got a very kind of blocky, like square face. Looks like heavy eyebrows. Looks kind of got a little bit of a bulldog kind of look to him. Looks like someone you wouldn't want to mess with. And he pulls out a radio. We're at the scene, some sort of report. Small town nonsense, whatever. Get that door open. He yells, and another officer runs forward. And he looks around. I think you probably hear someone call him like Officer Goldberg. And he looks around, and with all the flashlight shining, I think he probably catches some leopard print. Marge could be wearing leopard print too.
I was gonna say
Some leopard print or some clashing color crochet from behind this planter where 4 old ladies are hidden. And we'll just stalk over toward you. And stand there, ladies.
Hello, officer. We were out here power walking, and we just saw the commotion. Is everything okay?
Who are you?
Oh, just a little old lady from the neighborhood out with my little old lady friends.
He has a faint accent. He's clearly not from Minnesota. Not originally. Marge would for sure notice this. Can I get your names? We're investigating an attempted homicide by vehicle, something.
Oh, no,
Did you witness anything having to do with that?
Well, it was me that they almost hit. So I did witness something. Yes, I did. The whole thing.
All right. Why don't you come over here and tell me what happened?
Okay. I go over and very animatedly and, very play up the silly old woman thing just in case I need to go to it later. And I tell him everything.
All right. Well, Polly comes around the corner and sees you talking to this officer. And the rest of the ladies just see this immediate horrified look on his face. And he will go over. I think we see the scene from your all perspective. And here's Marge just laying in, and you hear the word hot dish like 5 times. And
well, because he doesn't know what they are, so now I'm explaining what it is because I want to bring him one.
The older officer is or is instructing some other guy to make some notes. He's just kind of standing there. He's got a coat on. The night's a little bit chilly. He's got his hands kind of in his pockets. He's kind of stepping from foot to foot. He clearly is not. He's not giving Marge the full attention. Maybe he has already arrived at a conclusion about Marge's reliability as a witness. But he does look a bit like he wishes he was somewhere else.
I know that look.
Yes. But a younger officer takes Marge's statement. The police go in. You do hear them reporting that it does look like someone has been inside. Like someone pulled the cling film off the tray of crudité and cheese stuff. So someone clearly went after that.
Can you imagine?
And someone obviously knocked over a shelf of books. Or boxes, I should say, in the back room. But you can hear that reported. And then this kind of gruff officer, probably just some kids. Crime scenes tend to attract looky-loos. And then he looks very pointedly at Marge and you ladies. All right, nothing to see here. Wrap it back up. An officer goes and replaces the tape.
Can I, God, I really want to lie real bad.
I just want that
Feel
tray
free.
of free puffs.
Because I kind of, okay, so you know how, can I table talk for a second?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how I have the keys? I really kind of badly want to pretend like they were at the scene where I almost got hit, like they fell out of the car, like I found them.
That sounds reckless and absolutely ridiculous. You should do it.
Right? Because then we could be like, A, we get rid of the keys so it doesn't look like we took them. And B, we link them to the thing instead of us. So and it wasn't just some kids, it was the people that tried to run us over. So we kind of like get the investigation rolling, give it a little extra evidence, you know?
Meg, there's no way this works, but I want you to try it.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
I think it depends on the role.
Yeah, I do.
No way this works.
I do think. So Marge,
Yeah.
as they're leaving, you. Oh, I almost forgot. Right. So tell us what you tell.
Officer. Oh, I said, I almost forgot, officer. When, the reason I was so worried that the fake cop was coming here or was coming from here is because when he scraped the side of that wall and almost killed me, I'm sorry, I'm still just really shaken up by it. When he almost killed me, when I was leaving, I found these. They had fallen out of the car when it was thrown against the wall and they tried to murder me. And I believe I saw these earlier with your manager, Sushi. And that's what I say.
Yes. So you hear the other guys calling this older, gruff detective Manny. So his name is Manny Goldberg.
Yeah.
So Manny will grab the keys and look at him and go, here, hand them to the one of the younger officers who'll go over and verify that they do, in fact, at least one of the keys actually does open the front door. And you say these were ejected from the car when it tried to hit you?
Yes, it was just wild.
And did you explain that to this officer who I understand is your son?
Well, here's the thing. I was so shaken up from the... Listen, my life has been long, but that's the closest I've ever been to the big light in the sky. And I was very shaken up. So when I saw my dear son, Paulie, I was so emboldened by the life that was still in me that I got confused and forgot about him. I remember him now because I found him in my pocket.
All right. We'll log this as evidence. A word, and he points kind of a stubby finger. And you can see, like, he smells like cigar. And you can see, like, nicotine stains in between his fingers. He's just a little bulldog of a man. Points over at Polly and pulls Polly off. It's far enough away that you can't make out all of it, but it's really clear that what he's telling him is how uncomfortable he is with the local officer's mother being involved in an investigation. And I will say the one thing that you hear clearly is you need to tell her not to stick her nose where it doesn't belong. And that
is this a theme? Why does
that triggers obviously something in Marge, because that's a thing that you recently heard in the green room.
Yeah.
Polly will come over to you and say, "Ma, just go home. The Stady's got this.
Polly. All right, Polly.
Maybe
You're
don't
a
go
good
power
boy."
walking with the ladies at 11 o'clock at night again."
Well, sometimes I can't sleep, when Lily's
sleep
got her
schedule got real messed
sciatica.
I have restless leg syndrome ever since
with
the
the signing
Carolyn's got
schedule,
that, RLS, and Lillian's got the sciatic. We just sometimes we gotta walk.
important. The hot
That's all we got
flashes,
in life.
UTIs.
I mean, our husbands are dead, and it's just we just have walking.
So I was like, mine's not, but you might as well be.
Me. Not that I broke in anywhere and took some crouton, or I knew that any was missing.
As Carolyn just eats the stolen snacks right in front of Polly, and Polly Polly's not a great officer, so he probably doesn't even
I'll
notice
be
it at all.
chief one day.
Right.
We're gonna get him there, girls.
So he begs you just to begs you all just to not get involved. This is a police matter. You're making
That's
me look
fair.
bad.
I might actually respect this because I've been pushing some boundaries with Polly lately.
Yeah. I mean, you have effectively undermined his authority by your very existence. So congratulations.
Thank you. That wasn't even one of my goals.
Yes. So the Stadies leave. Polly offers to give you all a ride back.
I take it.
Okay. So where does he give? Does he give you all a ride back to your individual houses, or does he drop you off in one spot?
Do we need research? Do we need to do? If we need to do research or do anything like that, we probably all go to Lillian's, right? What time is it?
It's like 11,
It's late.
15. Yeah.
Shouldn't we just probably go to bed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
it's time to go to bed. Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
all go home.
Okay. So Polly will drop you all off home. It's an awkward ride. I just out of curiosity, I would like everyone as you are going to bed. Everyone, let's see who would be the most likely. So I don't know if it's Carolyn.
Can I rewind a little bit and
Yeah.
say that I say that instead of getting a lift, I decide that I want to walk because there was lots of references to us being old just then, and I'm going to be like about the power walking, and I'm going to be like, and also like my body's a temple. Doing the yoga.
Yes.
I need to, I have to walk to keep looking this good. You don't get this out of nothing, Paulie. So I'm going to actually walk myself home. It's not far. Carolyn, would you like to walk with me? I know you like the outdoors rather than being in a car.
I do like outdoors. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. It's good exercise. It'll help me with my midnight jog.
Yeah, so me and Carolyn will take a little walk home, and Marge and Nelly can go in the car with the good old Paulie.
All
We
right.
need the exercise.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm fine with that. I would normally try to match Lillian, but like after almost getting hit by a car and getting things falling, I'm ready to go home.
Bruce.
Yeah, I'm going. Thank you, Polly.
All right.
Don't forget the arnica.
Make
So
sure you put
as-
on the eye cream.
Lillian and Carolyn power walk off into the night.
Yep.
Marge and Nellie are dropped off at home. So I think Lillian and Carolyn are reviewing the events of the evening. So I would like you both to make a meddling move.
Okay.
With reason?
Yeah. Could be anything you want.
Be a 5.
Wow.
I would get a 10.
This actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because you guys are talking about the various different people, and that that Officer Manny Goldberg was kind of distinctive, and especially like from the other officers, he just had a vibe about him that just seemed to not quite fit. And something about like there's something, Lillian, that makes you think that like you know him. And you think back through your career, it's like all the Goldbergs you've known, and it's like, no, there's not a Manny. I mean, maybe you met someone with a similar name, but there's something about this guy that's super duper familiar. And it is as like right at the moment where you two are going to split off for Carolyn to go to her place. So maybe it's like right outside Lillian's spot. And you're just about to turn and walk away, and you realize that the individual that Marge was talking to, this Manny Goldberg, looks exactly like Edward G. Robinson. Edward G. Robinson was a very famous actor, primarily from the 30s and 40s, but he began his acting career in the the teens, like 19 something. He was a character actor primarily. He was in a lot of stuff, rolling up kind of into the 50s when his career kind of took a dive because of some great listing that happened. But it makes sense that Lillian would be of the group, possibly also Nellie, but of the two of you, the one most likely to have more knowledge about old-timey celebrities.
Okay. And I obviously relay that to Carolyn.
But he's dead. Or he'd be
He's
our
dead.
age?
Oh, he's dead.
So
A quick Google will reveal that he died in 1973.
But he's
So-
dead. Maybe his kid.
okay. We now have a case of two dead actors,
Mm-hmm.
or at least people who look like dead actors.
Who's obsessed
Around
with old?
margins.
Who's obsessed with old actors in town or old movies?
Oh, I don't know.
Something in my head says that Nellie says it's us, but who else could it be?
I mean, other than us.
We should discuss this in the
But
morning.
then why is dead Angela Lansbury going around and killing people with her Tony Award and taking her clothes off? And why is Edward G. Robinson
pretending to be a cop in our
pretending to
town
be a police officer?
Yeah.
successfully?
Well, yeah.
You can Google Edward G. Robinson and learn that his actual name was Emmanuel Goldenberg, which is not too far from Manny Goldberg.
Are they undead liches? They're very physical. They're not ghosts. Maybe there's no. Yeah.
I think they're immortal and they like fake their own death.
It could be, but why? They're not that
Maybe
famous.
Did anybody see if he had one of those rings on him? Maybe that ring is like, I don't know, maybe it's got some like special power.
You didn't have a chance
Other
to
than
see his
being
hands because his
goldy.
hands were in the pockets of his overcoat.
I think
If
from
we
now
see-
on, every time we see someone, we got to look at the hands.
Yeah, we have to look at their hands, and we have to figure out if they're from an old movie that we've seen when we were little girls.
It sounds like to me like Lillian and Carolyn are theorizing.
Yes. Maybe I can be in Ben-Hur. Ooh.
So we're not quite at the point where you can fully solve the mystery, but you might be able to get some additional stuff. So I need one of you two. You are having an open feeling discussion to the solution of a mystery based on the clues you have uncovered, and reach a consensus. So what is the consensus that you would like to test?
consensus between us.
Yeah, what's your theory basically?
That they're immortal, or they're coming back in some form. They're ceasing to be dead, but these are actually them.
And we can play with it a little bit. I actually, to make it simpler, how about this? How about we'll combine theorizing and middling? We'll call this like pre-theorizing or hypothesizing. So one of you two go ahead and roll 2d6 and add. Now I have to count it. 1, 2, 3. Add 4.
All right, I can go ahead and roll.
Go on
right.
then, Morrow.
That's 8 plus 4, 12.
Nice.
Ooh, all right. So, you in your conversation, and this may not be fully accurate, it's an incomplete picture, but the more you talk about it, the more attractive the idea of immortal celebrities becomes. Like the idea of like someone raising the dead doesn't seem to make like, I mean, you've experienced some kind of spooky stuff, but there was a technology piece to it. Like it just seems fanciful. And for whatever reason, the idea of immortal celebrities continuing their lives seems to feel right somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Since you brought it up, of the potential solutions that you, or potential directions that you expressed, that is the one that you both align on as the most likely. There's probably a feeling that there's something else going on, but
I think we got to go back, because obviously I went to lots of award ceremonies and stuff. We could go through some of my old photos, and we could look to see if anybody was wearing those rings. Now, the other thing we could do is we could try and find if there's a picture of someone who looks like that Nikolai or whatever his name is, you know, the one who owns Margins.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm wondering if Margins is like a front for like something.
Yeah.
With all the financial things and the weird books that Marge told us about, and like maybe it's a meeting place rather than, oh look, I think my camera's gone a bit weird.
You're back.
very good.
You know, like I think
Rich celebrities pay up,
yeah,
and then they get to live forever, but then they have to be relegated to tracksuits for the rest of their life while they hide their Tonys in random bookstores.
well maybe it's just that like
Yeah. I can see
part
it.
of the immortality is that at some point they have to choose to die and assume a new identity, because obviously you can only live so long. So if everyone, then they'd know about the immortality. So maybe it's that like at some point they have to choose their death, and then they take on another thing, like another,
Yeah. Like a shape changer.
well, not a shape change, because they look the same shape. You're obsessed with this shape.
I really am. I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with your old man, does it?
No.
The bear.
No.
No, you don't think that's a shape changer?
I've only heard weird screeching in the woods at night when I do my midnight jog perimeter checks, but I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
It's good. Weird screeches. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So should we go back to mine?
You're
Yeah.
right outside.
Coffee,
Yep.
Irish coffee.
Irish coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
look through some old photos and do a bit of Googling to see if we can see a celebrity that Nikolai looks like.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we should let Marge and Nellie sleep though, because Marge is a bit battered and bruised.
Almost died.
Yeah, and Nellie's probably under about 12 blankets already.
Yes. Nellie was asleep the moment she got in the car. We're searching.
So that's what we do.
All right. Well, medal for me then.
Oh,
Let's see how many clues or how successful you are.
oh, I rolled 10.
Oh my.
And then what move is it we're doing?
Meddling.
Meddling.
So pick.
Oh, okay.
I think reason works.
Yeah, so I'll be 11.
All right. So yes, you are going to. Would you like to spend a minor boon to make that 12?
Let's look at what that does. You can also find a void clue or learn something about a dark conspiracy. Ooh, yes. Please. Misha, could you do that for me in chat?
So you're using a minor boon to kick it up. So Lillian brews some coffee, and the girls get busy on computers and iPads. Peach pads, etc. Kind of going back through, old-timey movie websites, etc. Yes, and
The old movie
Nicholas
database. OMDb.
Erthos bears a striking resemblance to a young Errol Flynn. Who were the others you were checking out? Or just kind of in general?
It was just in general. So Nikolai was the definite, and then everyone else was just like looking through my old photos to see if I noticed anyone wearing those rings or anything like that.
Yes. So the other thing that you notice is that Sandy, Marge's new beau, bears a striking resemblance to Basil Rathbone.
How could anybody miss that? Come on.
But a young Basil Rathbone. A 50-year-old Basil Rathbone.
Whoa. Did you just say that Sandy is also has a former actor doppelganger?
Who did you say Nicholas looks like? Young
Errol Flynn.
Errol Flynn.
Errol.
Yeah.
Arrol.
Yeah, Errol.
A.
Erroll, I think. Flynn, Flynn.
I don't
Is that
know.
what you just said?
wrote
Yeah,
Ariel.
Errollflynn.
Someone could change it on the document. I wrote Ariel.
Ariel Flynn.
And then I put Emmanuel Gold something.
Is that what you said though?
Yeah, Edward G. Robinson is the
Emmanuel
detective.
Gold.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And his real who was born Emmanuel Goldenberg and whose current name, as you understand, to be Manny Goldberg.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that who is someone who is well known about town, a lady. Let's introduce a new NPC.
How old?
How
old?
Kind of like indeterminate 40s, 50s.
It's Lou. We'll name it Lou.
Lou, all right.
Lou.
So what does Lou do in town?
Lou runs a pub.
Ah,
Pub.
but like a gastropub?
Like a bar. Like a bar, like a pub, like a hole in the wall, like old English pub.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Girl about town, like to eat crisps and trip small children over. That sounds about right.
Yes.
She owns a pub and she thinks it's funny when children get hurt.
She
All
definitely
right.
has a lot of pork scratches.
If that tells you what kind of person she is.
It should have been a cafe when they made loads of toast. That's what it should have been.
Oh yeah, they do serve toast. That's like the only thing they serve to try to soak up the beer.
And
Just beer and toast.
as you look, I'm going to say that Lou bears a striking resemblance to a younger Barbara Stanwyck.
Oh no.
And
Who is an actor too?
And you come to that conclusion because you find a I think you find some conspiracy sites, because that's all the internet is. And you do, because you're mostly looking for pictures of people with rings or anything having to do with secret societies, and you do find one kind of grainy shot of a bunch of celebrities kind of past their prime. And although it is black and white, it is a scan from a newsprint, so it's very pixelated. It does look like a bunch of kind of has-been washed up celebrities standing around like toasting or something. And it does look like they all have identical rings on their pinkies. And the reason,
ring keeping them immortal?
the reason that this hit the conspiracy circuit is that at least 2 of the celebrities in that circle were supposed to have been dead at the time. And then there's a bunch of commentary. It's like, we don't know when this picture was taken. It could have been photoshopped, right? There's a lot of reason to question its awesome authenticity. However, several of the people that you have seen about town, all of whom relatively new arrivals, appear to have more than a passing resemblance to long dead Hollywood glitterati.
So we're just getting inundated with a bunch of like real good looking people?
I mean, Edward G.
great.
Robinson was never what you would call a heartthrob.
Right. Unless you like a bulldog of man, right?
Right. So for Marge, Marge is
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
thinking, oh,
Marge's like, I like this
Detective
guy. He's
Manny.
stocky. I could feed him.
yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you like Detective Manny more than Sandy, because Sandy's a little bit skinny.
Yeah. Detective Manny looks like he could throw back some hot dishes. You know what I mean?
Like he needs to. Or should we call him Basil?
Basil.
So, what do Lily and Carolyn think about this revelation? And what do you do about it?
We need to tell the girls. And then we need to go find out what movies they were all in.
We
just have a movie night. We just watch all their movies.
No.
We don't even do anything. We're just like, let's watch all their movies. I'll make hot dishes.
I got
No, I'm just
popcorn.
We definitely need to tell the girls. I think we should go to sleep on it though, because
Yes.
it's now like probably 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yes.
But I would suggest that Carolyn stays at mine, because obviously I've got guest rooms.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Yes. I will. Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, that's
And
good.
it's,
Good.
it's a lovely like room with a big setup, and then there's just this one like stick chair in the corner, and that's where Carolyn just sits with her right hand just because she sleeps with her eyes open.
Yes. All right. So Lillian bookmarks a few pages in OMDB, old movie database. That's very clever. Morrow. And everyone goes to bed. You wake up in the morning. What happens?
We go round Marge's, because I know there'll be a hot breakfast.
Yeah, we're already baking the hot dish now.
I imagine she just has like a freezer chest full of frozen tater tots.
Yeah, basically.
But like pancakes too, and waffles, and like blueberries, and yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, if we ever need breakfast, you know where we can go.
And bottomless mimosas.
So I say, obviously, we go around Marge's. I've printed off a bunch of pictures to show them because I thought about putting them on my Google Drive and just sharing the Google Drive, but then I realized they might not be able to access it, so I printed them off on an A3 size piece of paper so that we could all see it. And me and Caroline have taken all the information around Marge's and told Nelly to meet us there.
Excellent. So what happens over breakfast hot dish? What's in the breakfast hot dish this morning, Marge?
Well, it's like I put a layer of potatoes, and then there's like a layer of like broken up sausage, and then there's some like eggy mixture in there, and then there's cheese over the top, and then there is a layer of tater tots, and it's all cooked in the oven, on like 350 for 1,000,000 minutes, and then you take off the foil, and then you crisp up the tater tots, and then it's ready to go. That's what's ready for breakfast. I've also got some waffles going. I have a really nice waffle maker. And I know that Lillian really likes waffles and like berries and parfaits and stuff. So I'm getting that ready too.
All right.
I think I actually just want to make that in real life now.
I know, right? Doesn't it sound good?
That sounds really good, dude.
I made sure to eat breakfast before we did this because I knew something was going to be described tasty again.
Right.
It happened last time. I was
Lunch.
like, oh no, I'm so hungry.
All right.
So you're telling me that your boyfriend Sandy is actually an immortal actor from the 20s?
Yeah.
Basil Rathbone.
Does he wear
Yeah.
a ring?
You know what's funny about it is I thought that I was like the cougar. You know what I mean? Turns out he's much older than I am.
Yes, he is.
Oh wow. Well, you're definitely a catch deer.
Oh, Nelly, you're too
You
good.
are the trophy wife. You are.
Speaking of trophies, I wonder if they found that Tony in there yet.
Well, to be honest, I kind of feel like that's a mystery in itself.
Right?
But now that's not like the main mystery. Like, yes, I want to know why Angela Lansbury or whoever killed, I can't even remember her name. What's the other?
Amanda
Amanda
Delacroix.
Delacroix.
Brain. Amanda Delacroix. But now it feels like the bigger mystery here is, why is our town full of immortal actors and famous people, and why are they here? What's going on? And like, how are they staying immortal?
Well,
Yeah, and also how
Amanda
do we get in on
Delacroix
that?
was also wearing a ring, so wouldn't she also be one of the immortal people? Are they just like infighting in our town?
Yeah, and like, can an immortal still be killed then? They just can't die from like natural causes.
Well, she was dead.
Well, that's my point. Like, so she was murdered, wouldn't she?
The ring puts you back to life. She walked out of there later. But I don't think so,
Don't
unless
say
you were
that.
called down at the morgue or something. I don't think Polly's going to do you another favor, though.
You think that, I don't know how, Polly might be a tough one. We pushed some boundaries there a little bit, ladies. Question, though, where do we get one of these rings?
Well, you could try calling Sandy.
Yeah, we could go pay Sandy a visit. Just ask him some questions.
All right.
Grab
I've got a
my bone
couple
and
of his
knife.
favorite hot dishes in the old deep freezer. I'll pull one out and cook it for him. We could bring it over there, offer it, and just see what we get.
We're going to try and pull the ring off, aren't we? We're not going to just...
We're going to get there. We're going to give him the things, and then, we'll do what we need to do.
And Margie,
Ready.
you have never noticed him wearing a similar ring.
Yeah, I haven't. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's around his neck.
Mm.
We're gonna have to get him shirtless, girls.
We're not mad about it.
I apply my Eau de Musk.
I like turn on the sprinklers while he's out there when they're not supposed to be on. Your shirt, a mess. It's soaked. Just hand it to me. I'll throw it in the dryer.
So are you all descending on Sandy's place?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring a hot dish.
All right. So you pile into Nellie's Grand Marquis, I'm sure.
Oh yes. I've named him Marky now because he's part of a move set that I have.
Okay, excellent.
Nice.
Marky Mark.
Marky, the Grand Marquis. Yeah.
All right.
Mark.
So you drive well below the speed limit to Sandy's house. I'm going to say Sandy's house is one of the new. He lives in kind of the new subdivision, kind of the northeast of town. Probably not the nicest part, but also not the worst part. Kind of like a very middle of the road cul-de-sac kind of neighborhood that could be anywhere in North America. And you pull up, get out of Marquee, and then do what?
I mean, I guess we knock on the door and give him a hot dish.
No answer.
I open the door
In fact, you do, as you
with my
knock.
key.
Well, you go to put your key in the handle, but as you push, the door swings open. It wasn't latched.
Oh no.
Well, he's just very comfortable. He's very relaxed.
Or is he dead in there?
No, he's immortal. We already went over this.
Oh yeah. Let's go look for his ring.
Yeah, but
Oh, don't point out that Amanda Delacroix was also wearing the ring. It'll make her so upset.
Okay, all right.
That's true.
Oh, look over there. Oh, sorry. I thought I saw a bird.
Okay.
I was just trying to change the subject. Let's go in.
Okay.
I wipe my boots off at the door
All right.
and I put on my fish mitts.
All right.
Yeah. Glove up, ladies. Let's go looking. Sandy, are you
I'm not-
home?
I'm not Carolyn. When you said fishnets, I got
I
confused.
thought I heard. Well, because the one you said before that sounded like you said boobs, and then you said fishnets, and I'm sitting there like, this is very off-brand for Carolyn.
No, fish net.
I was like, what is going on?
Stockings on my
The
hand.
hand
You
movement's
said
really
clean off your boots.
I do
and
have
your
fish nets.
fish mitts.
I do also have fish net. If you guys
Okay.
want to go fishing, I'm ready.
No.
It's a different
we
thing.
just misunderstood.
Yeah.
Everything's fine now.
I
Everything's
just
fine.
take stockings off my hands.
Yeah.
Put my gloves
Those are good
back
fish
on.
nets too. Yeah, you can get some. You can get some little frogs, tadpoles. It'd be cute.
Was he working today, Marge? I think it's a weekday.
Yeah, he was putting in some magnolia trees, and then he was supposed to be done, I think.
Yeah, you're not
been-
aware of any reason that he wouldn't be here in the morning.
Yeah.
So you snoop
Do some
around.
D&E. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
How about everyone go ahead and give me a meddling roll?
All right.
See if you can find
let's
some
do
clues.
this.
What is that? Reason?
Sure.
Be an 11.
Ooh, well done.
I can use a minor to boost it to 12 if no one
I
else
got a
does well.
7.
All right.
I got 7 as well.
All right.
I got
A little bit more. I probably
6.
got 8.
So Nellie is probably a little too respectful of someone else's private space to go digging around too much.
I am cleaning up a little bit.
Right. I was mostly just like, oh, this is, there's coffee grounds everywhere. So Nellie is mostly tidying. Lillian and Marge got, what'd you say, 7s?
Oh, I got an 8.
8, 7s and 8s. Okay, so yes. I think Lillian finds a notepad with names on it.
Oh, I didn't get to do my cool pencil thing they do in all the mysteries.
Sure. And then Lillian thinks to like do the stuff. And
that leads me, Michael, to say, "Oh, this reminds me of something that happened to Amanda Delacour."
all right.
I've not done that in so long.
All right.
Do you remember in the the murder of the 3 sisters? That one.
Yes.
Remember that one?
Yes.
When
Yes.
she was looking for clues around like the sister's property and stuff, she found this notepad, didn't she? And she got some charcoal and I ain't got any charcoal on me, not right now. I got chalk. You always got chalk. But I found this pencil, and if I just do this over the top.
And then they found out there was a 4th sister all along.
And well, yeah. Name the mystery question. No repeats. The problem situation found herself in that is similar to this. The basis is how she eventually overcame the problem, resolved the situation. Okay. Yeah, so I said that, didn't I?
So we'll say that would you call it the mystery of the 3 sisters? What would you call it?
Yeah.
So yes, there was a secret 4th sister that was a twin of one of the others. So it was very apparent that like all the suspicion was falling on the one sister, who they were all heiresses to a great fortune, and a couple of the sisters had been knocked off in mysterious ways. So the police and everyone else were absolutely after the 3rd sister, but she had an ironclad alibi. So Amanda Delacroix was called in to solve the mystery. And then she discovered that it was, in fact, the 4th sister, the twin. And she was able to deduce that because she uncovered some handwriting. And although twins share similar looks and the same genes, their handwriting is very distinct. And that's what puts you on to the notion of. So I think maybe we retroactively turn your meddling move into a 12 plus.
Okay.
Because you see a list and then you're like, oh, okay. Oh, but remember that time from the Gold Crown Mysteries. Okay, so then you pull out, or maybe a eyeliner stick or something like that, and use it to uncover what was written above. It was another list of names. But these have check marks next to them and dates. And they have dollar amounts in the tens and hundreds of thousands. You Google it quickly, and this list of 4 or 5 names includes business magnates, wealthy heirs, etc., who have all died mysteriously in the past year or so. And it becomes apparent to you that what you are looking at is a hit list.
Marge?
And is Amanda Delacroix on it?
No.
So why was she killed?
Well, he did say that he was a cleaner.
Marge?
Yeah.
I think your boyfriend might be more than a landscaper.
Oh, no. Not this again. A professional cleaner?
Yeah. You can
This
pick
takes
him,
me
can't
back
you?
to 1976.
Right. Carolyn,
Oh, no, I
who
remember that guy.
Carolyn, who being the outdoors woman, decided to search outdoors, out in the backyard. The sliding glass doors to the backyard are open. Is hearing this conversation, and then the camera cuts back as Marge is like, "Oh no, not again! My boyfriend is a professional cleaner, but like not the kind I thought." And then Carolyn's voice echoes from outside. Well, he was, because Carolyn is looking at the hot tub,
No.
Uh-oh.
and
Me and pools never get along.
Sandy is in the hot tub. He is beneath the surface of the hot tub.
I come out and I'm like, oh, not again. This reminds me of 82.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. Oh, God.
Oh, God, what a mess.
I had to walk for miles to hide that body.
It's true. And Sandy is in the bottom of the hot tub with some very large sculpture pressed onto his chest, holding him underneath.
Oh, we're
Is it another Tony?
And we see his hands.
Yes,
And is there a ring on them?
there is not a ring on the hands.
There is
Okay.
not a ring
There's
on the
not a
hands.
ring on the hands.
Okay.
Poor Basil Rathbone.
Poor Basil Rathbone. The statue on his chest has a plinth. So it's a man's bust, kind of in a weird kind of frock situation. Handsome, slightly familiar face, actually. Then it's on a big rectangular plinth, and engraved on the plinth is Olivier Award, 2015, Best Supporting Actress, Blythe Spirit.
Is this another Angela Lansbury award?
Yes,
That's Lou. Lou did that.
it is another award from Angela Lansbury's illustrious career. Once again, used as a murder weapon.
Oh, no. It was an Angela Lansbury Award.
Yes.
She's just killing all the
Our
immortal
serial
celebrities
award
in
winner
town.
has become a serial killer. Dun, dun, dun.
Great
Perhaps.
pun.
I liked it.
A
Thanks.
suggestion. We leave. I don't think Paulie will be too happy with us for us to be caught at another murder scene. I mean, obviously,
This one makes sense, though.
yeah. I was going to say this
We
is
should
your
probably
point.
call 911, not Polly directly. Do you think it matters?
It'll get to Polly eventually, but it might be nicer not to call him directly.
Yeah, maybe I just
Yeah.
call 911 like a normal citizen this time.
Okay.
Oh, I can call. That's fine.
Okay, that works. I'll
Just
be
make sure you
shocked.
gather up all the evidence and
I'm
tuck it
just
away
kidding. I
before.
might literally be
Don't-
sad.
don't-
Okay.
Don't want to touch the evidence, do we?
Well, not the
No.
murder one, but you did just kind of scribble on a sheet of paper that showed that he was a.
That's already popped away nice and tidy.
It's only mild
No.
crime scene contamination.
Yeah.
That's already popped away nice and safe.
All right then. Calling 911.
So you're calling from the murder site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're all there. I'm legit sad. Lillian's probably comforting me.
But much more. Oscars, darling. Think Oscars. Just a bit more.
Oh.
Why you haven't, they might want to know why you've not made the phone call and Nelly has. You're too
Why?
distressed.
I'm too distressed. I'm very sad.
Yeah.
Sandy was, he's a nice guy.
We thought he'd even
though
get
we
a
thought
speaking
he was
line.
gonna be a killer. We thought he'd even get a speaking line.
He
Yeah,
was going to
poor
be
Twilight.
helpful. We engineered him for this.
We made him into
I
this.
enjoy ruining your fun.
What did I do?
So yes. Nellie calls the police. So where is everyone else?
We're all
Snooping.
sitting like by the hot tub, are we not?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
or
just-
like we're probably right inside, like in the kitchen dining room area, like by the sliding glass door that leads to the hot tub.
Yeah.
Like we might be calling. Like I'm probably distressed and sitting at the bar top, like whatever. And like someone's probably like, "It's okay," and I'm like,
Okay.
this is so 1986, 82,
82.
and 94.
Oh, you're so distraught. You're getting your dates confused.
Put my little hand mid up and I go, "There's more fish in the sea, Marge."
Thanks, Carolyn.
Of course.
All right, so Nellie's on the phone. Just everyone roll a d6 for me, just so I can.
One.
Just one?
Singular.
Just one. Don't add anything. Just curious.
I got a 1.
I got a
I got
1.
6.
All right.
I got 2.
You never know if that's good or bad.
So Nellie's on the phone. Marge and Carolyn is consoling Marge. You guys are in the kitchen. Probably Marge has absently pulled off the cover of the hot dish and is dishing some out because it's Marge. Lillian, however, is still looking around a bit because you're still trying to like connect the dots. Lillian sees a figure in the bushes at the back of Sandy / Basil Rathbone's backyard. The figure steps forward, looks you directly in the eyes, and shakes its head, and then pops out a back gate. Angela
Lillian
Lansbury.
runs into the garden and yells, "Who are you looking at?"
Right? So I think we close on Lillian seeing Angela Lansbury do this in the backyard and then quickly slip out the back gate. And then Lillian, who are you looking at? As Nellie is reporting yet another murder on 911. And Marge and Carolyn are enjoying a hot dish.
Was I quick enough to take a picture on my phone?
Sure.
Cool, because
Sure.
I'm quick with technology.
Well, we'll say you had your phone out and you were taking a bunch of photos of the scene so you can reconstruct it later. And yes, you do get another shot. Another
you're the
slightly
photo
blurry
person.
shot because she's in motion again, but you do get someone who looks a lot like Angela Lansbury peering out the bushes at you.
Is she in another tracksuit?
Yeah, we need to look for the sweatsuit later and see if she got naked again.
She's naked.
Yeah,
And
she
the
is.
snap.
She's definitely dressed in black.
Lansbury clothed.
Yeah, she yes. She's definitely dressed in black.
Imagine that image. A naked Angela Lansbury. Yeah.
No.
Yes. And since it's daytime and you can see her, this is Angela Lansbury in kind of an indeterminate, like healthy 40s, early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So not young, but not old.
Mm.
So
Shape changers.
maybe. We still don't know. Tune in next time to find out. Hey,
Bum, bum, bum.
you guys had goals. So why don't we go around the horn and tell us a little bit about yourself and then tell us whether you achieved your objectives. We'll start with Marge this time.
I am Megan Amell. You can see me on meganamell.twitch on the TVs, whatever. And also, not really though, because I only stream on Saturdays because I have a vocal issue, but we're going to fix that and then I'll be back more. And then next weekend I'll be here again, obviously. But you can follow me on Twitter or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all Megan Amell _TTV. And Marge was trying to act half her age and share wisdom with a young person. And I believe that she did both of those during the chase scene
Yes.
with the Caparonis.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah,
one could
and
argue that.
then-
I mean, I guess running away from the cops is acting something. I mean, it's half your age
Yeah.
and maybe something else. But yeah, I think it applies.
Yeah. Well, and like dipping and dodging and trying to get out of that's
Yeah.
acting half my
Yeah,
age.
agreed.
But the and so I think I get 2 experience points.
Yes.
But so yeah, I think I have 4 experience points right now,
Yes.
which is not enough, right? I need 5. Is
Yeah,
that
I need
right?
5.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
How about Nellie?
Right. Well, I'm Misha _less than 3. You can find me here on Twitch, though I don't stream, or you can go to my Twitter or Tumblr at Misha Weha, where sometimes there's fan art, among other things. At any rate, and for Nellie's goals, it's acting half your age. I don't think I did anything specific other than the general fact that we were sneaking around in a store in the middle of the night.
I mean, I think you were out at 11.
Yeah.
So let's be
power
generous and
walking.
count it.
Yeah. I don't think I undermined authority because that's against my nature to directly undermine authority. So none of that, even though there was a lot of police around. We could have undermined them at any point in time. But Marge did it really well.
Really did.
And you'll see us next. So we're going to meet next on Saturday next
Saturday.
week, not Sunday. So it's going to be
Yep.
Saturday.
That's
Same
right.
Saturday at
time.
11.
Yes.
Yes.
11 a.m. Central on Saturday.
That's it for me.
Right. I'm Morwin in my sales. You can find me at Morwin in my sales, twitch.tv/whatever I just said. Where I usually play Legend of Zelda. I haven't done it in forever, but I'm going to try to. If I'm lucky. You might see an early morning Saturday stream before this. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm flaky. Anyways, let's see. Carolyn was trying to behave like a woman half her age, which she usually does, but very out of character on this one. It never really happened. She never did any crazy combats or feats or like running or anything like that. She just went on a couple of power walks, which is pretty standard for her. She used skills, but didn't act like a woman half her age. She also wanted to show someone you still got it. Again, she kind of used her noodle, botched a bunch of rolls, and so I don't think I got any XP, but that's okay because honestly, I was pretty far ahead.
Didn't you try and deadlift a stack of shells off of me? And
I tried to at first, but that ended up just being moving boxes.
oh, okay.
Yeah, rather than like deadlifting a whole shelf, I just picked up some boxes that ended up being super light.
Yeah, but isn't even trying to do it acting a woman half your age?
It's up to you to decide.
I'm fighting this point for you because I feel
Okay.
like
No, I definitely was attempting to be super vivacious at the beginning when we were
Yes.
in command mode.
And it wasn't your fault that the boxes wound up being full of just packing peanuts. So I think
Okay.
that counts.
But I
yeah,
imagine
you
it
fully
would've been like-
intended to act.
You know when you
half
go
your
to
age.
lift something up and it's lighter
Yeah.
than you think it is, you would have been like, oh, you got this.
Yep,
Right.
I would have
And
been
then you'd be like,
riding
oh.
that high. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still got it. I can still bench press a VW. I'm good.
There you go.
Okay, that's it.
Awesome.
Lily.
I am Lillian. No, I am Rach H. If you go to my twitch.tv/RachH, all my social stuff's on there. You can follow me there. It would be good if you followed me on Twitch, only because at some point I'm hoping to go live again, and then you could, turn on a notification and maybe get told. Lillian wanted to show that she still had it and act like a woman half her age. Now, Lillian, I think as a person generally acts like a woman half her age.
Mhm.
So I think that one's always kind of easy for me in the sense of, yeah, I think I just generally do that. So, refusing to go home, talking about my body being a temple,
Yes.
all that kind of thing, I think is definitely both acting half my age and also showing that I still got it. Also, my bend and snap incident.
Yes.
That definitely is showing that I still got it. I can still do a bend and snap without breaking my back. So yeah, I would say that I think I achieved both of my things. That puts me back on 3. I realized at the end of our last series that I had actually achieved 6 XP. So I think I asked everyone for their opinion, and I think I did take it anyway last time. I am going to go for what's that one? What's it called? I put it down somewhere. Where did I write it? Oh, Remington Steel. I was in between that and the one about acting younger, if you could appear as younger, because I do think Lillian probably does look younger than she is. But I think Remington Steel is a good one because she probably has a lot of fabrics and makeups and stuff. So disguising. I also think on a player's thing, this might be good for me to maybe be Angela Lansbury at some point. I don't know, but like, who knows?
Yes.
Yeah. But don't tell Rachel, don't tell Michael your thoughts.
It's all good.
But yes, that's what I'm thinking. So I've took Remington Steel, so I'm back on 3 XP now.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thanks everyone. So the characters are moving and growing. As is often the case, the mystery becomes more and more complex until the solution makes itself apparent, which will happen next Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Central Time. So come and join us for the denouement of this second story of Monster She Wrote, which we are calling Double Death for reasons that are becoming apparent. We should probably go hang out with someone. One, thanks everyone for coming and playing. Thanks everyone for watching on Twitch just now and on YouTube later. And we will see you soon. We should go hang out with someone. I think it's probably Sam, don't you?
Yeah, there's also Sword and Key, which are a tabletop RPG that I think you must have raided before.
Oh, maybe so.
Because I think I followed them from a raid from you guys. I'm not sure.
Or maybe not. So Sword and Key all spelled out?
It's like sword _ key.
Okay. We are always about making new friends. Also, go hang out with Zam because Zam is cool. But we will officially raid over to Sword and Key for some more TTRPG goodness. Thanks for dropping in those raid calls. Go ahead and grab them up. And say hi to some folks who also like tabletop role playing. And we will see you. Let me make sure that I typed it in right. Make sure that the raid is going. It does look like it is. Awesome. So cool. Well, we will see you again very soon. Bye, everybody.